All right, so Jim, yeah, today I want to talk about and a little bit of a deeper look into how those long-term deals, and let's just maybe define them as 6 to 2 years, 6 months to 2 years long in the making, actually get to close. And I think, at least in our business, it tends to take us 6 to 12 months to close a business, and a lot of the clients that we work with tend to have longer sales cycles. And so if you're in a business like that, where you do have one of these longer sales cycles, and a lot of industries are like that, they obviously, every relationship and every, kind of sales cycle starts off with building the relationship, right? Even if it's very transactional, if you're working at a car dealership, you're still building rapport really quick and building relationships before you kind of close the deal on a car. So, but when these longer term relationships happen, and where people, I think, really miss the boat or miss a lot of opportunity, is the nurturing. And because that takes a lot of perseverance, it takes a high constitution, it takes a lot of creativity and doggedness. Because if that 6 months that they drop off your radar, man, that's when your competition can sneak right in and start the relationship and come in where you left off. And so I guess my point in here is, when you think about, and especially if you're new at doing this, or even if you're kind of a veteran that works with some of these longer sales cycles, or in a new role and it's a longer sales cycle, man, please keep in mind that you need to be nurturing these relationships. And whether you're doing it, hopefully you're doing it through your CRM or some type of other tech tool and not a spreadsheet. It's a lot easier, obviously, if you have a CRM and can really keep track, but nurturing those relationships is huge. Tell me, you're in the business of long-term relationships. What's
Very long term. Well, first of all, nurturing is the right word, John. I hope people write that down. Our sales cycle in the legal industry is somewhere between like 18 and 24 months. But that doesn't mean that it always takes me 18 to 24 months before, somebody engages us. Because here's what happens in the legal industry. I get people to know me and like me. That's happens pretty quickly. Trust may take some time. So you get the know, like, and trust, but then there has to be a need.
Yeah.
And so once they need me, it could be in a day or a week or a month or a year or more than a year. When they need me, I've got to make sure that I am top of mind. So I'm the guy they call when they need legal services. So it is nurturing. And we've talked about this on other podcasts. Many touches, consistently being in the market. All of that holds true, but you've got to be, as you said, used all the right words. And I would add that you've got to be persistent and patient at the same time. Nurturing, great word.
Great.